Okay, you ready, kiddo?
I am.
All
I
right.
just want to let you know that you're currently both leaning on a six-pack of Great Northern Zeros.
Nice. So you can drink them while you preggers.
Yeah, it's good.
My sister in song.
So you get to upset the neighbours. You know,
Yeah.
they see a pregnant lady with a beer.
So many things. So fun.
Hello, Fanny Lumsden. Welcome to the Sister in Song sessions.
Thank you very much for having me. Very nice to join you. I am here on the side of the road, just out of Catherine in the Northern Territory, where it is quite warm. And yeah, lovely.
So
Yeah.
tell me, what's your experience of being a female country music artist?
I think it is my only experience, so my answers will be biased. I have yet to experience life as a male, but in the country music scene. But I would suggest, from the outside, from the female viewing outside, it looks a little easier. Overall, really positive. I think it's a really supportive community, and I think it's amazing that I've been accepted so beautifully by the country community as a whole, because I did kind of come in from left field a little bit and didn't know much, and I don't know the right things about the right things. Like I don't know like the history of this, and I don't know the names of songwriters of different genres of this and that and the other goes back, and I don't know what that song is that goes forever, but I write my songs and have felt very supported through that, so which is cool.
You write some awesome songs, Fanny. Did you always know that you wanted to be a singer-songwriter?
Yeah, I think I always knew that I wanted to be a performer. I was born show pony, definitely. I do remember saying I went away to boarding school when I was 12, and I apparently said, because I went from a school that had 26 kids in the whole school, so really tiny, and I went away to a big boarding school, and apparently the first thing I said to my mum after my first week is that it's just really hard to get noticed, Mum. Yeah, so being important to myself has always obviously been a big deal. But yeah, I've always played music. I've always loved creating music, but I actually just didn't think it was possible for people like me. I didn't have any access to the industry, really. Like, even though I did like a lot of classical performing in aesthetics and stuff, the music industry itself was very much something that was over there, and very much something I saw in TV hits, or like I'd go on the CMAA Tamworth website in 1998, which was fairly clunky at the time. And I really had no idea how you were one, and so I didn't see that path, and so I went and did different stuff. Like I went and did a degree in rural science. I also just didn't think I was good enough. And not in a way, I was very self-assured. I've always been very self-assured. Very healthy ego. Don't think ego is a bad word. But yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. But yeah, I did eventually get here, just my own way around.
Was there anyone who you wanted to be?
When I was a kid, I was listening to country music, and I think I still always, it was more definitely about the songs for me then, when I was younger, which is an interesting kind of flip around, I think, to now, like when we know so much about people's lives through social media, and it's kind of almost like you want to have their life, rather than all I had was the songs then, because I didn't understand or know a thing about the industry. And so, or like what people's stories were. I didn't know stuff. So, and like, I think I remember when Keith Chambers' album came out, and that whole revolution really of a young female with her own strong voice, that really changed a lot of things for a lot of people. And it was so accessible as well. Like it was, on all the radio stations. So like that kind of, you heard it through that. And then Sarah Storer, I remember that when first hearing her record, because I was like, oh, she's singing about our life. Still wasn't really about the person. It was always just about the songs. And so it probably wasn't until I got older, maybe, I remember listening to a Kate Miller High Key record and just, flip something in my brain. I was doing a rural science degree. She did finish. But, you know, through that process, I started writing on this side because it was a very factual degree. You can't have an opinion in science. It's not about having an opinion. It's about finding the information, the facts, the science, which is why it's called science and why it's research and why we respect it. But I was like, I'm here to tell a story. And they were like, we don't care about your story, to be honest. What? Can you please where you got that information? I was like, I made it. They were like, we can tell. So
if you could go back to that young woman listening to Kate Miller-Heidke, would you tell her anything? Would you tell her to change anything, or what would you say to yourself?
I don't think I would. I've thought about this before because I think then you would make choices that was like, you'd make choices that were different and then you wouldn't end up in the same place. And I think that the mistakes that we make and the turns that we took are like imperative to making the people that we are today. So I don't think that any of those turns or silly decisions I made are actually bad. Really, in retrospect, I learned something, and now I am the person I am today because of them. So yeah, I probably would tell her to just like definitely stop plucking your eyebrows, and definitely just pull it in that front, because eyebrows are really important for face shape. Just they're important. So
you and your band are just so cool, and we talk about this kind of unity in music, and I guess that's the whole point of what we're doing is we're talking about our sisters in song. Who do you consider your sisters in song?
I feel like I can almost turn to anyone in our industry and feel supported in some way. I've heard stories and can kind of see like how competitive other industries can be, but like there's room for everyone, and everyone makes different music. I think now more than ever there's room for everyone. So yeah, so that, and also like my band, which are my sister brothers. This is definitely about our sisters in song, but like they are my sister brothers, and they are so supportive. They're they're literally my family, like husband and my brother, but my band as well. Like they just constantly like they're raising my child with me. I feel like I just always feel so supportive and supported, and can't talk. Sorry.
I remember being backstage somewhere in Tamworth Fans, and you came running out of the bathroom. I'll never forget this. I don't think we'd met previously, like prior to this. You come running out of the bathroom and you're like, does anyone know how to glue false eyelashes on? And we just about glued your eyes shut trying to glue them on. But we got there, and I think that's the definition of a sister in song right there.
I remember start going to country music events, and I'd never seen false eyelashes before. And I remember being like, right, I'm gonna take the dive, guys. I'm gonna go get some. And then I was like,
what do I do with this thing?
What is this?
To really like just link it back to my sister brothers in my band. My beautiful guitarist Michael Moko actually puts my eyelashes on me before my gigs. So because I still can't do it. So yeah, I'm still calling out to the greater community. Can you please help me stick these on? I don't know.
That's a really big difference between country and folk world, isn't it? We like a bit of glam.
Yeah, it was quite coming out of like that folk kind of indie world where it's all very raw and it's all like about that. It was definitely a learning curve. I was like, whoa, fake tans and lashes, and like I was like, I haven't gone the fake tan level, but I'm into the lashes. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, despite COVID and all the craziness of these last 2 years, you've still managed to run your country halls tours. You've gone on tour with Paul Kelly. You've had incredible success with your Golden Guitar winning and ARIA award winning Fallow album, which is beautiful. I adore that record. We've all been watching you pull this stuff off. It must be a massive juggle, harder than putting eyelashes on. And you're currently living out of your caravan. You're in your third trimester and you're making it look easy. You are a really incredible woman.
Thank you. Mad. I think they're a bit crazy. I honestly sometimes go a little bit silly. Anyway, yeah, though the last 18 months has been insane. I never, and I know how rich this sounds at this end of it, like, and she's like, oh, she's just trying to be humble, how lovely. Honestly, I didn't have any of these kind of things in a bucket list. I was never like, I'm gonna win an aria, I'm gonna win that golden guitars, like all the golden guitars, I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna do that. They were just never ever like, I don't know, I feel like would have been setting myself up for failure having those kind of goals. And I wasn't even a decision, like I just didn't think it was possible. Like I was just, anyway, so yeah, it's been amazing. I still can't believe all of that has happened.
Logs has got the last question for you.
All right.
You are Jesus. You just blow my mind. Okay, you are Jesus. That's all I'm saying.
I am pregnant, Jesus.
Drinking beer.
Drinking beer. Non-alcoholic, everyone. Now, I remember driving along listening to Soapbox with my mum when people first started paying attention to Fanny Lumsden and realizing that they should be paying attention to Fanny Lumsden. Do you have any female artists or just artists in general really that you think people should be paying attention to?
Right now I'm going to say Montgomery Church, his new album. Lord, they are world class. They deserve it all. I think they're just beautiful songwriters and performers and arrangers. And Jenny Mitchell's another big fave. She's just going from strength to strength. She keeps growing and her songwriting is incredible. Her voice is just, I just sang on a song actually that from the Caravan that she's going to be putting out soon, and she's brilliant.
All right, Fanny, you've got your guitar there, and I know you've been a bit crook. You even had to have a COVID test, and you don't have the Rona, so we're happy about that.
Yeah, I'll sing a bit of the first verse and chorus of a song called Grown Ups, which is from a record Fellow. It's harder than I thought, and the days that do drag on, and it's a whole lot more, and the years, where have they gone? I can hold the memory of both you and me, and I'll remind you when you forget where you put your keys. You're a little more gray and a little more weary. Every time I see you, you're getting older, it's scary. So tell me, where have all the grown-ups gone, and did they leave a light on? Tell me, where have all the grown-ups gone? Is it up to us now? Carry on, carry on. Is that enough?
Yay, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time, Fanny Lumsden.